Hello, dorks. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy. Hello, Kingsrook. How's it going? Welcome anyone else. How's it going? It's a Monday. Boy, howdy, is it a Monday? Hope you're having a good Monday. We are here to continue. We're gonna keep going with the Talos Principle. Real world stuff is still kind of weird and taking up a lot of my time and brain space. And I want to do the next thing that we do in Dwarf Fortress kind of intentionally. So I think we're just going to spend our time picking at Talos Principle for the foreseeable future. For the next, I don't know, a couple weeks at least. Hello, Barely Creative. Hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Sure is a Monday. I'm noticing like right now that it's like kind of warm in this room, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I have ice water. I have ice water instead of tea for the first time this year. Foreseeable future? I mean, yeah, but I don't see that I don't see very far. The next month is gonna be weird. I don't know if it's gonna be the whole month. I don't know if it might be a little bit more than a month. The next month or so is gonna be kind of Shrugsville for a little while. I will let you know. No, there will still be streams. There will still be streams. There probably won't be Dwarf Fortress. Is mostly what I mean. Near fort-sightedness. Yes, exactly. I'm just gonna belch real quick. Thursday streams should be pretty safe. Saturday streams probably won't happen for a little bit. Mondays are probably gonna be like half and half. But that is all kind of in flux. I will commit to doing like at least a stream a week. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm just busy. You know what I mean? With off-stream stuff. So just a heads up, I guess. I mostly just mean that the next time we do Dwarf Fortress, I want to be intentional about what we do. And I want to have time to like devote to it, as opposed to like this weird half on, half off kind of situation that I have right now. So streams, yes. Dwarf Fortress in the future when we know what we're doing. Had an ophthalmology appointment, dilation, eye drops, extremely bright day. Migraine is slowly going away. Oh my gosh, the migraines. I have a history with headaches and junk, and I feel your pain. I know what you mean. Yeah, eye dilation day is always great fun. Hopefully that settles down. Hopefully we can all chill here, turn out the lights a little bit, hang out with some puzzles. We're gonna keep hunting for the gold stars. We've made some decent progress, but these are tough. These ones have been a little tough. So I have no real idea how long it's going to take for us to actually get through it all. There's more here. There's more game for us. I'm not worried. Need a new prescription and dreading that appointment. Oh my gosh. I think I'm fine for the moment. I don't know. My contacts kind of drift a little bit. I'll go like a time with everything being kind of a little fuzzy, and then I'll go in and talk to them about it, and they're like, yeah, your prescription isn't perfect, but you're like between two different notches on the scale, right? So they're like, I don't know, which way do you want it to be wrong? That's what's been my last couple prescription appointments. It could be better, but it's not gonna be, so goodbye. Anyway, hello Orion, how's it going? We're gonna hop into it. Today's episode is brought to you by the keys to our success, getting all those little gold stars and open up new rooms for us, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. Pick up a set of keys, break into something, I don't know. That's what we're doing here. Which way do you want to be wrong? Yeah, I mean, that's the world these days, right? Pick your poison. I'm just gonna come over here. I don't have much else to talk about. My brain is in a million different places. Oh, that's right. We're doing the stupid obelisk. Immediately remembering what we were up to. Okay. Well, here we are. Talk about kobolds? That's fair. But that's just gonna make me sad. I don't know what we're doing yet. I don't know what we're doing about Dwarf Fortress yet. I haven't gotten like a real solid answer, but I've gotten, I think, as close to a solid answer as I'm gonna get. That we probably can't reactivate lever bends, which is really sad. So I'm trying to think of what we do instead in that world. I think we're gonna have a big friendly adventure. I think is what the climax of that story is gonna be. Anyway, here's our gold star. I want that. We have a platform for a fan, but the fan is missing. We have a blue laser receiver here. And then if I remember correctly, we did find some components, right? There are some things over here. There's a fan for us to grab, and then a way for us to get out of this little cage here. But I've not figured out how to get in. But if I can get in there, then I can get a fan, which is half of it, right? If we need to get the fan, when we get a laser. There's also this up here, so there's clearly a way up there. And I'm thinking it involved jumping across here. Which means this thing, right? Because there's this. Right? There's a thing there. But even then, I don't know how do you get to that? How do you use such a thing? Is there like a fan hiding under the water? Is there something hiding under the water for us, maybe? Shut up, God. I'm not going too far. Float on all right. I'll do my best. We were just listening to that this weekend. But I don't see anything. I don't know if it's like we get up there and that gets us access to over there, or we get in there, that gives us the fan, and then that gives us up here. It is a banger. Modest Mouse is great. What was this? Oh yeah, dog. Dog being edgy. So that's kind of all of the bits that I've found. I don't know what else we get here. Can't like jump. Can't get up any of these. I don't even know how I would use the fan here. Right? Even if there was a fan sitting there. Is that actually meant to be usable? It feels like it should be. It feels like it should be usable in one way. But that's where I'm at. I still have no idea where to get the blue laser from. I don't know how to get back there. If we could get over there with one of these, then that would probably allow us to, like, if we could bring a prism, whatever they're called, a connector. If I can bring a connector out here, then that would be fine. There's probably even like multiple different puzzles that we can use the blue laser from. This one does not have lasers. This one does not have lasers. I think that's unrelated. And then there's two puzzles over here. This one has red laser. I think just red laser. We have blue laser here. I guess maybe that's the first question. Where even are the blue lasers? There's one here, clearly. Right. And then we could potentially have a blue laser floating in the air there, right? if that's helpful to us. Is that going to close that? That is going to close that. But I've already solved this. Already solved all the puzzles. How was everyone's weekend? My weekends continue to be busy. Working, oh, yeah. I'm gonna pause there. I'm curious. Because I can do this, right? So I do want to connect these. Nope, I know, nope. Nope. Connect, please. And then it's just in the air. And then if I leave, it stays? Yes. Okay. I have no idea if that's useful, but it does give us a blue laser just kind of floating up there. I still need a whatchamacallit, a way to connect it here. 'Cause that definitely can't see this. Did a 3-channel collab playing Starbound at last. Took almost a month to get together. Excellent. That sounds fun. I imagine it's kind of like scheduling, like D&D. Trying to get all that together. So there's nothing in there. This is all that puzzle, right? Yeah, so there's no lasers in there. Everyone kept getting sick. Ugh. Of course. Of course. I know there's a blue laser here. But this doesn't have a line of sight on what we need. Right? All these stupid walls. All these stupid walls. Because, like, I can see it from there. We have the perspective as far as being on the right side of the obelisk, but I can't get over these walls. Except, I mean, no, because we tried this before, right? If I have something floating here, it doesn't have line of sight. I need it, like... Walls are just suggestions, true. Like that. Also, hello, Fiona, how's it going? Can I... Are you gonna... Oh, come on. What do you mean you can't stand on the spikes? Like, it doesn't want me to jump again until I've actually landed. If I'm floating there, it doesn't let me jump a second time. Walls are an illusion, and so is death. Well, it's gonna be a rather permanent illusion. Okay. So I don't think it's as simple as just pointing a laser over one of these walls. There's also our starting area. There's also something on the roof of our starting area. But I don't know how to get up there yet. I feel like I'm definitely still missing something. Did I say illusion? I meant illusion, like in literature. Okay, that makes more sense. That other work where you're dead. That other story where you're just dead the whole time. Yeah. Oh, there sure are a lot of little statues around. I'm also really curious about this. Like, there's this knot puzzle here, right? 65 stream streak. What the heck? That is a long time. Wow. feel like I remember there being something in here the first time we were here, but maybe that's just... Maybe that's an illusion. The real illusion is my memory. I feel like there should just be a prism in here waiting for us. Need something to keep sane at work and you're perfect. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm glad I'm useful for something. That is a good use of Unchatter, I think. Yeah, there's just nothing in here. My memory says there was something here, and it's clearly wrong. Maybe that was a different puzzle. So I guess there's a couple spots where there's like dead puzzles, right? Or decommissioned puzzles, maybe. Oh yeah. '65 stream of thinking of kobolds and people having horrible things happen to them by a computer/you. It is about 50-50 the computer and me, I think. Dwarf Fortress tends to do terrible things to things all on its own, but we definitely don't help it. We definitely don't make things safer for our kobolds, do we? I wonder if... Like, there's been a couple of these, right? I wonder if these are like puzzles they were working on with it, like in development, and then they just scrapped the puzzle but left the architecture, or if they were like, no, we just want to do, we just want to have ruins, and that was the point from the beginning. Can't have a tie. You need to show that computer up. Okay, well, I'll make life especially terrible for the kobolds next time we're there. I do think that's in the cards anyway. It's life without a little risk, true. Simple? Relaxing? Faint. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have personality? 3-stream streak, yes. Basically the same. I still appreciate it. Okay, this one's really throwing me for a loop. The answers to your questions will not be given to you. You must seek them yourself. Yeah, I know. I need a Uriel hint. Seek them for yourself. Are there any answers in the hieroglyphics? I guess I haven't been looking at the walls themselves for information. But I kind of don't think that's where they're trying to take me. Off work, rushing around to get gas, measure a space at home, buy a computer gaming desk. Ooh, from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. Excellent. Excellent. Man, I don't know. Why would I know any of this? Of course, to explore the space, I have to solve this puzzle for like the 5th time. I do this, and then I get this, and then I guess I do have 2 puzzle or 2 blocks. I'd have to use one of them to get the other one? Like if I want to get... So I can go in there. Here's our fan. I can turn on the fan. There's another block and another prism. But to get the prism, I have to lose a block. Which isn't what I want. I want to have 3 blocks. If I could just have 3 blocks, everything would be fine. This one was a pain. It's starting to feel like it. It's starting to feel like it. Oh, did I... Oh! I can't jump. Oh, come on, just let me jump. Oh, whoa. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't like that at all. It doesn't like this. Interesting. If I could just climb up on top from right here, everything would be great. Hello, Anthric, how's it going? We continued to go slightly insane. I jump on top of this. Not really. I just want... If this were like any other video game, I'd just be able to make them catty corner. Positive future things. Yeah, new computer desks are exciting. What is... The colors on those bits look strange. Why is this tree covered in neckties? It's like I could even... Can I even see? I could even connect to there. If I really wanted to. Right? That doesn't really do me any good. But it's a thing I can do. Like, I don't have line of sight on that side of the obelisk from here. I can't get funky here. Just let me up. Just let me up. I don't care about cheesing it at this point. Okay. So now... for as much cheese as we've found in this game, their anti-cheesing methods are relatively robust. Oh, come on. Just let me jump. Just let me crawl up there. Oh my goodness. I mean, the fact that it lets me take it means that it recognizes that I'm standing on the ground. Standing on the ground. But it won't let me jump from here. That's so weird. Just been sent a photo of Frank the cat on top of my wife while I was asleep. Not sure how I feel about this violation. Is Frank cheating? Is that against the rules? Boxes remind me of plural. I agree. I can do... Let's see, I can do this. It doesn't really do me any good. Hooray. Can I... I can't just put that on there. Okay. I am clueless. That's not true. I have clues. I just can't put them together. Like if I could have all three of my boxes, that would be one thing. But I cannot. I can't toss this over. I can't toss it up. Can I... Right, but I can't grab it from up there. Right, it's too far. I can jump onto it. I think I'm ready for a hint, but I want like there's a piece of the puzzle that I'm missing, and I don't know what it is or where it is. If I could remember how to solve this one, I'd give hints. That's fair. Oh, one of those, huh? I guess my question right now is, do I get... So there's like this spot back there, right? Do I get in there from inside one of these puzzles? Like, I know I need to get in here. That much seems obvious. Am I getting in there from inside the puzzle space, or am I getting there from like out here and going along here? Because clearly I can get there, clearly I can get here. I don't know which one leads to the other. 'Cause I feel like I need a fan to get up there, and getting in here would give me the fan. So it feels like I need to get in here first. But I don't see how that is possible. I also don't know... I mean, if I could get... If I could get in there, then I could bring a prism with me, right? Forget which ones you get into from the puzzle and which ones are from outside, right? Because they definitely do both. I've definitely seen both. This wall isn't any shorter anywhere? Could it just be... So it would have to be a high enough to get into just by one. Like, it's so close! If I can just jump from a standstill high enough that my ankles reach the top of the wall, I should be able to climb up. I should be able to climb these walls. That is my main complaint. Visually, thematically, physically, this should not be a hurdle. What is in that area behind the push pad? You mean behind here? This is just another laser. There's a red emitter here and a blue emitter here. That's where we got one of the boxes from. So then ultimately what you need to do for the base puzzle is you need to have this opening up this door, and then the blue shines straight across to there. But you do that with the other connector in there. Which I can get the other connector, but then I would lose a block. I don't know which is more important for this particular instance. I also feel like I have a fan here. It can get me quite high, but not that high. As always, I need to be just a little bit higher. We were fiddling around in this other puzzle back here, but I don't think that's gonna solve it for us either. More paint. Can be more than one paint in a puzzle? I'm curious what happens if we, like, do all the things. I'll just place that there. That's suspicious, kind of? Not really? There's this other puzzle here. It just has a red laser. It does have some blocks. It has a block. But I don't think getting up on the wall from here is possible or useful, right? Because like if I could get up onto this short wall, I definitely couldn't make it up to there. And then go across, and then I couldn't get up to there. Yep. Yep. If it's just a tiny little thing hiding in a gap, I'm gonna be upset. I've already found tiny little things hiding in gaps for this puzzle. There shouldn't be more. This one's hard. Do I come back? I feel like I've scoured this area. Anything hiding in the water? That would be a tricky thing to do. I don't know. It seems important. I don't know if it's for the star or just for the puzzle piece. It's also like, area in there that I cannot enter? Don't think. Yep. Need to attach a fan to the gear thing to throw you up there. But is that for the like there's a thing, right? There's a messenger piece. Does getting up there help me with the star? And where do I get the fan from? Like this feels like the fan I would need to plug over there. I don't know how to get the fan. I also don't know how I would like put the fan in there, but that's maybe a secondary problem. Like, how do I get the fan? There's not like a... The fact that they attached it to this puzzle feels important. Can I... Oh, can I do... Or no, that's not gonna work. But I need to... I still have my other box. Where'd my other box go? Oh, it's over here. Oh, okay. That didn't quite work. Right, I need... Oh, I can just fold them. I can just do that. Duh. Can I do that? It almost helps me. One of the other fans in the area will blow you there. You just need to detach the fan from one of the other locations. Interesting. So I can do that. Does that... Oh! Hey, you come back here. If I put that there and then this, like, right up on the edge. Oh, come on. And I can't, like, put it under me. Whoa, hey, oh. Uh-huh. Okay. Was that how that's supposed to work? Was that intentional, or was that cheese? That may have been cheese. I'm not sure I care. But that means I wouldn't be able to get my... I would not be able to bring that prism this way, because that needs to be connected here to turn that on. That was how to do it? Wow. That was a little janky. Okay, well, we're here. No! You ass! You ass! Okay, hold on. We'll get a second shot at it, I guess. Okay, that... does not seem fully intentional, but I'll take it. Means I can take this. Oh, and then that... And it was actually connected. I assumed it was just on the floor here. But I don't think that matters. So then now I have a fan. Now I have a fan. I don't know if that means I can just... I'd still need to get up there somehow. Do I need a block? Do I need to bring one of those blocks with me? Is that even possible? I guess maybe. Is it really a puzzle if there isn't a clear start state? Yeah, no joke. Or end state, for that matter. Oh, I knocked it again. Okay. So then that goes there. And then, yeah, weird. And then I just want to grab you. Oh, come on. Or I guess I can do that and then grab you. Oh. Ha, okay. Perfect. Okay. Now I have a block. That seems useful. So if I put this here, and then I can jump here and then jump. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. I will lose that. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come on. You can't do that. There you are. Oh my god, I thought it was actually gone. Here I'm at like my elbows. Here I'm even deeper. Here I'm deeper. There we go. Okay. I can jump and place. Oh my god. It does go over here. Okay. I guess we're doing this. Oh my god. This is just gonna be an Easter egg, isn't it? Hey look, it's Plato's Cave. Oh, hilarious. Okay, it's an Easter egg. I love it. Use? Are we gonna get a song? Do I get a musical number? Kind of. Not quite what I was expecting. I clicked use. I'm assuming it's the music. Does it continue? Okay, I think it's gonna continue. Okay. One mystery kind of figured out. Hooray, that is Easter egg. Do not need to worry about that. Also, I was curious if it was gonna blow us all the way across, and it totally did. But that does mean that that's not related to how you get that piece over there, which is hilarious. Can I get this back now? No! I'm gonna have to reset, aren't I? I'm just gonna reset. I understand. I understand some of the things. So that's how I get my fan, right? I'm also gonna grab that puzzle piece over there just while we're at it because I can. So that goes here. And then this goes here. Just gonna speed run this real quick. You go there. Nope. You go there. There. Give me my box. So that does mean I can't bring a prism out with me, right? I think that's correct. So I can do this. I think it just needs to be really close. Yeah, that's really funny. If I could, yeah, it doesn't really get low enough to grab it again. But I can get up here, and I can just do this, right? Except that I can't really jump that. So that's interesting. Do I need... Oh, no. I mean, we do have a decent jump. I like how getting the hint essentially gets you halfway to the star on its own. We do this. Nope. If I could get like an actual running jump. Oh. It is touchy. Okay, sure. There we go. I'm gonna give this one more shot. I think you need both blocks to build a jump platform. For this? What? No, I think I got it. Okay, so that gets me my fan, right? We know that we need this. Now I just need to power it. Which is its own bit of stuff. And now I know, so now I know that the stuff over there is for an Easter egg, right? I don't care about the stuff over there. I just need to connect a blue laser. I mean, if I had a way to get one of these out, I mean... I do need both blocks to get up there. Have you tried floating a prism to a blue laser yet? I don't have a... I have not found a prism in an area with a blue emitter that has line of sight on the thing. I know that there's a blue laser prism that I can float over here inside of the puzzle, but it does not have line of sight because the receiver's on the other side of the obelisk. It's like I can almost do it. I can do... How did this work? I did this. Go here to here, put that there, put that there. So like that works, right? float the laser, get a prism out of one of the puzzles. Right, that's the spot I'm on. If I can get a prism out here, then we're golden. So if I could just put a prism, if I could just plop a prism right here, I could go from there to here. But I've not found a prism that I can jailbreak. There's... the temptation is to say this one, because we've already been able to jailbreak ourselves and a block out. But I don't know... like, I couldn't even grab this and also get through. Are you gonna stay there if I turn off the power? Sometimes they get stuck in the wall. So if I could have it turned on. But I don't think I can get up on top of the wall without the second block. Right, if I do that, so I would need to bring my block back. Right? Now I can't get up there. I'm confusing myself. Because the normal puzzle is to go like this, right? Put both those things there. And then you can grab the prism. And you're just... oh, interesting. Maybe I don't need the other block? I don't know, it was interesting that I could jump into the air and then, like... yeah. And then I wasn't able to get one of these back, right? Like I can't stack and then grab. I can't stack and grab here. Tried placing a block under you and floating. Yes. Yes, but then I wouldn't be able to hold the other thing. So I want to get out with this. Right? I can't just... because if I jump... I don't think I can place a block underneath me. I can place a block under a block to make a block tower. See, that like shunts it out. I don't know why having a second block to jump from makes it different. Can I just... table acquired, no fuss aside from me fumbling into my card. That's usually the hard part, yes. I've never done Facebook Marketplace. Is that... like I've done Craigslist. How does it compare? Is it the same kind of jank? Why does having a second block here make that different? Oops. could do... Oh, here's an idea. Here's an idea. I have an idea. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pick this up and then place it. Yeah. Okay, I did it. I did it. Seemed more casual over Facebook to me, like more people that say they'll buy something and just forget. That doesn't surprise me. I think I can just get out of here now. I think I got it. I think I did it. Depends on who you're buying from and what, yeah. I mean, that's typical for Facebook Marketplace, or for Craigslist too, right? I can just do that. And I jump. Yeah! I did it! I did it! Look at me, I'm on top of the obelisk. Okay, that one was kind of nebulous. I guess it works. I guess it works. Whee! Okay, let's get out of here. That took an hour. Oh, that's an hour we're not getting back. How to get a cashier check. Oh, interesting. That's probably the secure way to do it, though. Five. Okay, so now we have 6, which does not have a star. An hour of quality streaming content. I'm glad you think so. Okay, there is 1 star here. There's 1. Oh, wow. Does that make it our last star? Okay. It's 10,500. What currency are we talking about? I hope you didn't just spend 10 grand on a desk. You didn't want to carry a few grand in cash in your pocket? Yeah, I can't imagine why. Okay. So I remember there being something about being able to get really close to the pyramid. Oh look, another. Worth it for 2014 Camry. Oh, the car. The car. Okay, I thought the desk. Toyota makes desks now? Oh, okay, you can totally see it. It's right up there. Okay. We have sight on the star. We have a fan. We have a button. Do I really just need something to push the button? Is that really all this star needs? Ah. Another huge pyramid! What mad ambition it must have taken to build such things. It's just a big pile of rocks. Shut up, dog. Shut up, dog. It's just a huge pile of rocks. It's just the biggest pile of rocks. Try building a pile of rocks before you've invented the stepladder, the crane, I don't know. Worker at Toyota. Guess we're making desks now. It's been so long since I beat the game. I beat it on Switch many years ago. Yeah, it feels like this game shouldn't be that old. Also, they have the blocks going on diagonally? That's not how it works, is it? All the blocks of the pyramid are flat, I'm pretty sure. Someone fact checked me that. But I'm pretty sure the block shouldn't be at an angle. But then it'd be like a climbable obstacle course for players. I swear, like, I swear this game just came out. I feel like this game just came out, and I saw people talking about it on Reddit, and I added it to my wish list, and I said, oh, that sounds fun, I'll get to it eventually. And it took me so long to get to it that they released the game again. That's what blows me away. Block should not be in an angle, yeah. I'm right about things. Suck it, video game. Look up what the car company Pugiot? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I've heard of them. Is this gonna be a Nazi thing? P-E-U-G-E-O-T. We have a Wikipedia article. They do cars and Fate. Oh, interesting. Oh, they're under Stellantis now, of course. Opposite, my friend. Oh, okay, good. Early manufacturing was a steel foundry, quickly started manufacturing saws, then other hand tools, then coffee grinders, then corsets. Okay. Then pepper grinders, then bicycles. Okay. Company's early entry into vehicle market was stiff structured petticoats and dresses. Okay. Which use steel rods leading to umbrella frames, chisels, wire wheels, and bicycles. Oh my god. Oh, they invented the penny farthing. Okay. Interesting. I like that. That's a lot of different things. Anyway, I assume we can't go out this way. It's gonna let me go further than I thought it would. Okay. The words and the words made the world. I am the words, the words. The beginning were the words and the words made. What? Okay. And then I can't go this way? Nope. Okay, so now all I need to do is find something that can push a button in here. That's fun. I guess my first question is, can I reach any of these other outlying areas? Okay, I did it. Do I get a block? The fact that I can't just pick up any of these stone blocks and use it to push a button is mildly infuriating. No. Then they made weapons, then they blew up the factory so they couldn't make weapons for the Nazi when they occupied France. Dope. I like it. That's a put your money where your mouth is move. And they eventually made cars, but still make bikes and kitchen equipment. So Ryan's comment made me think of them because that's a very real thing they would do. That's funny. Aren't a lot of car companies like also into a lot of other manufacturing? Isn't like which is the one that did farm equipment? Was that Lamborghini? There's something about tractors. You can tell I'm into cars, right? Does this look like a way out of somewhere? Or no, that's gonna be the puzzle piece. Or a refractor. Okay. I'm gonna keep going around the outside, because there could just be a block hidden in one of these little mini ruins things. think it was they did tractors, I think, and then one of them was like, let's do supercars now. Yeah.
The beginning were the words
As you do.
made the world. I am the words. The beginning were the words and the words.
Okay, nothing important there. Those look too far out.
The beginning were the words.
This is all... Oh, look, a computer. I think we talked to this one. Yep. I do really like the corset to umbrella to bicycle to car. I think that's a really cool line.
Made the world. I am the world.
They're all just the same thing, essentially, right?
The beginning were
Oh, shut up. Shut up, God, I'm testing the limits of my boundaries. What, is that just... Interesting. Do you see space under there? I don't have access to an axe in here. Interesting. Then there's Hyundai. What about Hyundai?
the beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the words. The words are everything. Where the words end.
Little monkeys?
I am the words. The words are everything. Where the words end, the world ends. You
No, no, no. Hey, stop it. You all know how Nintendo started? Yes. Playing cards, right? At least Nintendo's been into games the whole time, right? I can definitely see the track between we make entertainment stuff. Oh, entertainment has changed forever in very drastic ways? Okay, we'll just make the new thing then.
I am the words. The words are everything. Where the words end, the world.
And other things that have internal motors that vibrate at different gears. True. Mitsubishi and Hitachi, yeah.
The beginning were the words, and the words made the world. I am the words. The words are everything.
It reminds me of a thing.
Words end,
It reminds me of a thing that I'm not going to talk about.
cannot be absence of space.
I'm.
In the beginning were the words.
So I've been beating around the bush.
The world. I am the
Shut
words.
up. God.
Words are everything. Where the words end, the
Your
world.
glitchy nonsense is annoying. They're always in the toy market. Yeah, there you go. I've been beating around the bush about why I've been busy these last couple weekends.
World. I am the words. The words are everything. Where
This
the
seems
words
fine. Yep, okay.
were the words.
Yeah, those toys are for beating around the bush, I suppose. Yes. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I'm not gonna talk about it much on stream. Oh, there's a little puzzle piece, or not a puzzle piece, but a hint token. For obvious reasons, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. But we bought a house. This is the one I just placed. That's the one I placed. But it has a heat pump, and the heat pump was made by Mitsubishi, which I did not know that they did anything like that, but they clearly do, and it's like a nice one. Congrats, thank you. It's still gonna be a minute before we're able to actually move in, but it is exciting. Badly kept secret, yes. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, I've been like trying not to post a bunch of pictures because I don't want to just like dox myself, but you know how it goes. Oh, I can totally just get out from here, can't I? I can totally just do this. Thank you, thank you. Gimme. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Got it. Got it, got it. Yeah, like I don't want to say too much about it and then like accidentally reveal its location and junk like that, but it's very exciting. I got my star. Okay, I think we're done. I think we did the thing. But so that's what we've been doing the last couple weekends is we've been painting. We're painting the entire inside before we move in. Which is one of those decisions that you make where you're like, yeah, this makes sense. This is a logical decision to make, and then you're halfway through it and you're like, oh my god, that's a lot of paint. Oh, it's a lot of time. But we have time before our lease is up. We got lucky with the timing. Almost did not get lucky, but we did get lucky. You have keys and everything? We have keys and everything. We were hunting a while ago. Like we closed on it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we've been working on it. We've been working on it. Do I have enough to, I guess I could open that. I don't know that I care about those. They are technically puzzles, but I don't really care. I care more about the stars. So let's do... There's a star room in here somewhere, right? I think I have all of the stars from the puzzle rooms themselves, but I don't think we have all of the stars. Like I can do this one, but I don't think I can do the third one yet. Hello, Sylphia, how's it going? It's so funny, everyone I know who has bought a house has taken like nearly a year to do the paperwork. We, a long rhyme too. We had some friends who moved in with us for 2 weeks between getting the keys and their lease ending. They lived with us for 6 months in the end. Oh my god. No, it was not that long. I wonder how the process differs from country to country. At least as far as the US goes. And I think we went through a pretty standard process except for a hiccup at the end that ended up being okay. But when you make an offer, like there's the house hunting period, right? There's the get your financing set up, look for a house, find a house that you want. That all can take as long as can be, right? That can go on for literally forever. But once you make an offer and the offer is accepted, small hookup, they left the roof at home. There, yeah, kinda. Once you make the offer and they accept the offer, part of that process is you enter into a contract to sell the house. And the contract says you will close on this date. Like as soon as the offer is accepted and all the paperwork starts, you basically have a deadline to finish the process. And we actually there ended up being a hiccup that meant we had to extend it by another week. Their hiccup, not our hiccup. Won't be getting into that. But the fact that they needed another week to figure something out meant they had to ask us, and we had to sign like an addendum to our contract saying we are moving the closing date to this new date. And if they could not give us the keys by that date, then they would have been in trouble, right? They would have been in breach of contract. So we would not. So I don't. In that kind of a process, I don't think it can stretch on for like 6 months, as far as the paperwork itself goes. Get your finances sorted. Interesting. You have to do that on each house. Mortgage is based on the house, and they can mess around for months on that sometimes. Interesting. So I wonder how that differs, because we basically got our mortgage set up before the house hunt. I don't think this is universal, but I think it's pretty common. Like you basically go to your bank and say, I would like to buy a house, please. And they look at all your finances and like talk about what your monthly payment would be. And the bank basically approves you for a monthly payment. So based on what you can afford, based on your debt and your income and all that kind of stuff, the bank says you can afford to pay this much per month on house. And then they basically pre-approve you for that mortgage. And then you take that number and you work backwards to say, based on this monthly payment, based on the interest rate we can get currently, based on the economy, right, which was its own nightmare. We got really lucky on the timing there. Oh my God. Based on the monthly payment they approve you for, based on the interest rate and all that other junk, here's the list price of a house that you can afford. So then you get the number of like how much your house could be, how much your house could be worth. And then you go find a house that fits that. And then once you find the house, you basically already have your offer ready. You say, okay, this house fits into my budget based on what the bank has already approved me for. You make an offer on the house, they say yes or no, and then it's just paperwork and everything is like already figured out. There's no more question marks really. It's just a process that can take a month to go through, but there's no negotiating at that point. Much better system would be you can afford a house in this range, go for it, right? But instead they look at the house and go, we don't want to buy this house on your behalf as it's the collateral. Oh, interesting, yeah. And the scale is just a bit more messing around at this end. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. There are other things that can happen, apparently. Still need to do surveys, all done. It's ours. We have the keys, we have the title, it's completely closed. We have, like, we're painting the walls. I've been mum about it. I've been not talking about it on purpose. That's not gonna do anything. So yeah, it's been our house for a couple weeks now. Because that's all part of it. You can't close until that has happened. Oh, just again, that can create a change in value. Exactly. That was what I was gonna say. The bank approves you for your payment, and then this isn't gonna work. Like the very last part of the process was an appraisal, where they send someone from the city out to appraise the house. And if the value of the house comes in much lower than what the asking price is or what your offer was, the bank will only give you a loan up to the appraisal value. So there's like a possibility that you end up overpaying for a house, and you just have to like cover that last chunk without help from your mortgage. Which luckily we were not in that situation, but yeah, that can, like the bank wouldn't necessarily pull out, but it might mean that we wouldn't be able to afford to buy. It's all very strange. In Australia, it's the amount you can borrow too, but it's not based on your repayments. It's a whole number. You're approved for 1 million mortgage, and then you can buy anything up to that amount. Banks will value the property though, and I believe they can decline if you're paying significantly more than the bank believes it's worth, right? but I've never been through, so I don't know for sure. I believe it. Like, that's kind of what we were given as well. Like, if the appraisal comes back super low, then you might be in trouble. Thinking of illegally planting sunflower seeds on someone's property. Don't do that. Do that on city property. I'd like to buy a house, but my wife is either on temporary contracts or no job. Our area is just so expensive with banks and so unwilling to lend. I don't know how I feel about buying a house and then reform getting into power. Yeah, that has also kind of been in our minds. Our fascist party happy calling them that with the recent policy announcements. Do that on city property. Yeah. Guerrilla gardening. I've been a fan of guerrilla gardening for a long time. Not that I've ever done it, but I find the idea very amusing. How are we doing this? That doesn't quite work, does it? That doesn't work. Could this be symmetrical? Some of the other ones have been symmetrical. Could do... There's 3 of these. If not, if there's 3 of those. So it's definitely not symmetrical. Sunflowers leach out heavy metals, so there's that. Interesting. That is interesting. One of the things, so I do have a lot of stories about this house that I haven't been telling. They left 2 little tree saplings in pots, so, you know, for us to do whatever we want with, I guess. But they're not native plants. One of them's a dwarf apple tree, which I don't mind. But the other's a walnut tree. It's an English walnut tree, or a European walnut tree, or whatever. And how would I do this? Don't think I would. But walnuts are one of those trees that can, like, kill other plants with their roots and their leaves and junk. So I don't know that we're gonna plant the walnut. I thought you nearly had it the first time, just needed the T's position differently to leave space for the long straights. Probably. That's all gone now, though. How was I don't remember what the first one was. Dwarf apple tree is a very manageable apple. I hope so. It's not a big yard. Like, I worry about putting in a gigantic walnut tree and it just, like, dominating the entire yard and killing everything underneath it. The apple, I think, should be fine. We have a black walnut in our backyard and it's killed most of the pines around it. Yeah. Like, they can get big too, right? Apparently, this kind of walnut, it's not a black walnut. It's like a common walnut. I can't remember if it's English or European, but it's just like a walnut, right? Apparently they're not as bad as black walnuts, but still, to some effect, to some extent, they do the thing. Could do this. My mind says symmetrical, but this clearly isn't going to be... Clearly not going to be what it is. Whoops. But you will get Amish kids asking to pick the walnuts off your yard. Maybe you will. I don't think we have too many Amish kids running around here. Make a star? Oh, is that it? I mean, I could do this. The Amish won't like walnuts, no. I could do this. And then this. And then that. And then that. Maybe that. Ahaha, there we go, got it. Got it. Quakers have a weird alliance with the Amish even though they're in very different directions. For some reason, I kind of associate them in my mind. What's different about them? What's the major difference between them? So walnuts are a pain to walk around. A quick Google told me that like the shells get really slippery when they start to rot. Is that right? Like they can be a little bit of a hazard. Okay. We have reached another section of difficult puzzles. Hooray. Oh, and then this. We can talk to a thing. Do you have more to say? Not really. Orangutan.html. A medical journal has published a startling new theory about last year's sudden shocking extinction of the orangutan. See our award-winning video on the last orangutan at this link. They suggest that the virus responsible was not a new mutation, but a very old one, an ancient virus buried until now in high-latitude permafrost set free by global warming. Ain't that just the story? The virus may have plagued the ancestors of the modern gray apes more than 100,000 years ago. Several important questions remain unanswered, including error. More importantly, the study suggests, based on samples taken from locations around the globe, the blank incubation period may blah blah blah. If you like this article, you may also like how to really avoid heart attacks you won't believe was living under this rock. Top 10 amazing science facts. Oscar's nip slip explained by physics video. That's a million click video right there. How to easily beat any infection, sponsored link. So there was a virus that killed off all the orangutans. In a year? All of the orangutans died in a year? So I'm guessing that's what killed the humans. Quakers never had an issue with tech per se, slow embracers perhaps, that's fair. Yeah, I think it was a virus. Amish are anti-Baptist from Germany. Quakers were dissenting Anglicans. Anti-Baptist, that's interesting. I clearly don't know enough about either one of them. I know like the pop culture things about the Amish, right? I know about the buggies in the barns. That's about it. From George, usernames. It's working now. Each iteration is assigned its own unique name drawn randomly from the database. At the moment, there's a database of online gaming handles, which does sound a bit odd, but I honestly don't think we should spend more time on this. That's hilarious. We have unique identifiers, so we're fine. More than that is a luxury we can't afford. If we should happen to have everything else finished on time, I'll go back and generate a new database with more appropriate names. Right now, it just can't be a priority. Okay. Blake Archive. The ancient poets animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses, calling them by the names and adorning them with the properties of woods, rivers, mountains, lakes, cities, nations, and whatever their enlarged and numerous senses could perceive. Okay. And particularly, they studied the genius of each city and country, placing it under its mental deity, till a system was formed which took some advantage of and enslaved the vulgar by attempting to realize or abstract the mental deities from their objects, thus began priesthood. Okay. Choosing forms of worship from poetic tales, and at length they pronounced that the gods had ordered such things. Thus men forgot that all deities reside in the human breast. Okay. Oh. Fascinating. This is a picture of the tower elevator. _N. So in the other star place, is this giving us our code? I'm gonna write this down. Wait, who resides in my breast? The gods. All gods. All gods in your breast right now. So we are in world B, right? We have A, B, and C. And B is 6_N*. I almost want to go back and read what the other one was while we're at it. Because the 1, 2, 3, or no, yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is showing us with the 6th floor of the tower activated, which we currently do not have. Head out, have a good one. Okay, sounds good. Kingsrook, have a good one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. We're gonna be here. Oh, we're gonna be here. Amish, traditional gender roles, Quakers, women, equality, in theory, yeah, fair. Amish avoid politics, Quakers actively lobby, Amish sermon and hierarchy, Quakers fluid worship and limited hierarchy. Interesting. Quakers has a universal public friend, yes. Or you mean like, wasn't it a public universal friend? Wasn't it Puff? Are we thinking of the same thing? Yeah, public universal friend. Was a preacher. Was, to Quaker parents. Or a Society of Universal Friends. Oh, interesting. So these are two different related things. Holy amount of cancer should be gotten screened for that. Oh, there you go. Heavenly bodies, there you go. A branch of Quakers is very gay and in theory trans-inclusive, Amish less so. But I did work for a Quaker Studies Center that was the only Amish study center in Europe as we got asked to help out. Interesting. Both peace churches, Amish are the US, as Quakers invited them over to help. Gotcha, yeah. Stop spurting about special interest. It's fine. Quakers built Philadelphia, Amish built the Midwest. Yeah, I also thought Amish were in the Philadelphia area. Okay, I'm just... Public Universal Friend was an American preacher born in Cumberland, Rhode Island to Quaker parents in 1752. Friend claimed to have died and been reanimated as a genderless evangelist named Public Universal Friend, and afterwards shunned both birth name and all pronouns. Yeah. Androgynous clothes. The Friend, hilarious, preached throughout the northeastern United States, attracting many followers who became the Society of Universal Friends. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I too suffered a debilitating illness and woke up without gender. I love that this person exists. If I ever relapse into God, I might be a Quaker. That's fair. I am just, because it's on my mind right this moment, I want to go and glance at that other picture we got. Even though it's like on the other side of everything. And I also don't think I can get into the A one yet. Maybe I want to check that as well. This is not what I wanted to be in. Here? Here. Also, PUF was doing that ministry during the American Revolutionary War. Yeah, that is so wild to me. I honestly just love a relatively prominent example of what we would call a non-binary person that long ago, right? It's easy to feel like it's just a thing that happens to modern people, but it really isn't. It's just not something that people talked about and was actively suppressed in many societies. You know how that goes. Is it over here? It's over here. I'm still missing 6? I'm still missing 6 gold stars. Especially ones who are accepted by one's community. Yeah, not just like acknowledged, right? But actually having a position, having a standing within a community. Like in the 1700s, being a priest was not a small deal. That meant you belonged to your community in a very real way. It's easy to lose sight of that. As long as there have been strict gender norms, I gave people, yes, people who lived outside them, yes. Even before, I swear, there's no way for us to know this, but I swear genderlessness came first. I think gender is a modern invention. It's probably not actually true, but I like to think that way. Where's my star room in here? Oh, it's over here. I remember now. It's been a battle about Quaker history with TERFs trying to own it, but they've mostly been told to do one. Theologically, in Quakers, it was that the inward light of God speaks to us regardless of gender, right? Right? Also, TERFs ruining everything once again. Although women speaking justified is an important document. I haven't heard that one. This says 6_***N. Interesting. So it's just one of the N and the star switch places. And so B showed us the elevator. C showed us this sign. And the sign is of 3 asterisks, which is super helpful. But it is like this sign, right? Asterisk 9. Okay, well that'll be a puzzle to solve at some point. TERFs have legit nearly destroyed British Quakers. Really? Why? And how? That Christian face that recognized maybe getting into bed with the Roman Empire wasn't the best idea. What do you mean? Though you say that like it was the Christians' choice and not the Romans just kind of doing it. Because obviously they made it about them. Yeah. Or what was this? I think out of all the Protestant faiths, I will only acknowledge the Quakers are Latinate. Fair. Okay, let's go back to B, right? Yeah, so let's do these puzzles. Let's see how long these puzzles take us. Can't wait to celebrate Saturnalia. There you go. Is that's coming up, right? Or which one? You guys are making me Google everything. That's the December one. What's the, I don't know what I'm thinking of. My brain. My brain is fried. In case you haven't noticed. Baker wrote a rebuttal that a turf was in error, which is like the most irate a Quaker can be to tell someone off. That's funny. No, you're wrong. So this one is saying star 4 star. The other one had star star star. It was like star star 9. We're just gonna get like a 3-number code. Maybe that's all we need. Okay. Okay. So is this telling me that if I can get all of these signs, and that'll give me the code for the elevator? Maybe that's what we're learning here. It's a great song about the cult of Dionysus, but the singer is a pedo because we're not allowed nice things. What the... what? What even is this planet anymore? Okay, so we have 3 puzzles. Peekaboo! We have a recorder and a connector. We have a blue receiver. We have a window. We have a pair of windows. Why would you need an elevator to ascend against Elohim's wishes? Yes, again. I want to ascend harder. Okay. Do I have something to put there? Oh, I have a recorder. Pause. Who is this song by? I don't even know if I know who we're talking about. So then I just need to go through. So if I have a copy, could I go like... Not really. I guess I could do... like that? It needs a long time. Oh, it needs a long time. I guess... okay, so I'm gonna guess that this needs 2 connectors. Yes, they got dropped by the record label as our lead singer got found out to be grooming underage girls online. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. What is this on top? Okay. What do you want to send to meet other heavenly bodies? There you go. To be stored in someone's breast. That's my goal. So I'm thinking... So that is like directly behind here. Of course, it's like... I wonder... Maybe we go like full diagonal? Oh, I bet you I could do that. I bet you I could do that. What if I go from here to here? But then I want to... How does this work? So if I can grab you, I can't connect you to itself. But I can do like this. And then stand here. I don't know if this is quite gonna work. Oh, you little jerks. There we go. Come on. Let me in. Oh, it's close. Does this one break? This one doesn't break. It is just this one. I go like... But I can't go back too far. Is it different on this side, maybe? Oh, it is. I bet you. Okay. Got it. Easy. Actually, I'm not gonna say that too loud. Merry-go-round. I always get sad when it happens because, like, you ruined it for the whole band and the fans by you personally being unable to control yourself. Yeah. Especially when it's not a solo project, right? Now everyone else in the band has to, like, figure it out. Like, we're so often in this laser zone, yes. Found out the mod on a server I frequent is a Quaker, and he's the coolest guy there. He likes all my posts. Excellent. They do seem chill. As far as, like, religious groups go, they do seem on the chiller end. I don't know if the Amish are quite as chill. The Amish are chill in the sense that, like, they mostly seem to keep to themselves. But the Amish are, like, not exclusionary, which I appreciate. Okay, we have one prism. We have a window to nothing. A window to nothing. Can I even get back there? There's a jammer and an emitter. I can get back there. Here's the way out. Here's a red receiver. Amish have a rampant child abuse problem, of course. And a blue receiver there. Where's the blue emitter? The blue emitter's over here. Blue emitter there. So I can do a couple things. I can do this. Another window there. Interesting. Well, here's my jammer. These windows are very intentionally placed. I do like they have the whole thing where you get to try the outside and seemingly can choose to leave, right? But if you choose to leave, no one from the community is supposed to talk to you ever again. Yeah, that's not so great. They'll turn their back on anyone who leaves them. There's always a worry about groups that are super secretive as to what's going on. Yeah. Yup. I literally work next to an Amish-run grocery store and literally just passed a buggy, so they're like regular people too. Well, I mean, of course they are. All the awful, hateful people are regular people. That's part of the unfortunate part. I think I can do this, maybe? I'm not gonna have line of sight on that. Or maybe... Nope. Nope. So I can do this. I can do this. I can get to my red laser. Hooray. This one's gonna be complicated, I can tell. Oh, come on. Scroll, OBS. My scroll wheel has been acting up, and it was the stupidest thing to act up. I suppose without knowing enough, and it might be a shame, at least there's in theory a built-in out route, unlike other groups that are really hard to leave. Yes, I agree with that. I know ex-Mormons that get super harassed for leaving. It is very true. It is at least cool that you're allowed to cut ties, right? It is a low bar. Can't all be Greek demigods and heroes who are tragically flawed. We're all regular flawed. Generally, all groups have good people and bad people, but controlling hierarchies scare me. True. Different structures of groups leads for more abuse than others. I mean, that's kind of a large part of the reason why I don't really belong to a church anymore, is because of the hierarchy, of the systems they put in place. Okay, we have a whole bunch of windows that I'm clearly supposed to use. I could open this through here. Which is good, question mark? Like I could do this. I could jam this from this side. I could open this from this side. Now I'm stuck. But I can jam through here. There is another connector. So maybe... Can I... Oh, I gotta do this. Okay, so let's just like bring all of our toys with us. Then I can do red to red. And then I can jam this one. And then I can do blue, the blue. In theory. Maybe? Actually, maybe not. But maybe I just need to jam through here first. Which gets me my second one. Okay, I need to run to the restroom. And you're all being very chatty. In the good way. America is the land of the cults, both those that burn down spectacularly or live long enough and have institutions power. Yeah, oh, Scientology, my goodness. We did do that, didn't we? Have you thought of pressing the start button and searching for exit? Oh, maybe. That could work. I've always made a distinction between a person of faith, I believe in a deity, versus religion, which is I speak for the deity. I agree entirely. Also an atheist, though. Yeah, that's fair. But I think of it like I fell out of love with the church, but I didn't fall out of love with God. And that seems to be a very unusual spot for people to be in. I don't find a lot of people that are in that same situation. Actually, I do. Many of them are queer. Take that for what you will. To be fair, God fell out of love with the church too. Real. There would be some table flipping if he were around. So now I have 2 of these, but I don't have a way of, like, doing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I just want to note that there are 2 cats in the room, but neither of them are on the cat cam right now. It's funny how the Pope is seen as a radical lefty for very basic Christian opinions that aren't particularly radical. Oh, I have opinions about that one. Oh, I have opinions about that one. War bad. War bad. That's all I have to say. I believe in the glass onion of creation. It created itself by whatever means, and to ascribe a moral code to the architecture of the universe to me is meaningless. I guess that's fair. Seems obvious if you take the Christian Bible. It at no point says anything about queer people being rejected by God. That's all the controlling religion's doing. So leave the church, go back to the source. Right. That is basically how I think about it. Like it's been a while since I've actually sat down and read the Bible or anything, but I'm at the point where it's like, even if it's in the Bible, if it didn't come out of like Jesus's mouth, then I'm sus. Like even just like contemporary people talking about religion at the time, I take all of it with a grain of salt now. Pope says, Warp Bad, better be careful about that one. Yeah. Create your own moral code, and if it isn't based on helping others, then it's just self-involved. But see, I mean, even that sentence on its own is kind of interesting, right? You create your own moral code, as long as it's the moral code that makes sense to me. Which I, in a sense, agree with, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna think about lasers for a second. So ultimately what I need to do is unlock that door. And that's gonna be blue lasers. Right? The red is just that one? So there's this blue one, and then there's another blue one behind, or we don't even know what color that one is. It is blue. I see blue. Okay. So I need to unlock 1, 2, 3. One of those is gonna be a jammer. Bible you read in English is a translation of a translation of a translation. It's true, written 2,000 years ago. Right. Well, and even translations aside, it was a group of people who decided what was to be in the canon, right? Like there's everything that was written contemporaneously and all of its translations. But then you have a group of people who came in after the fact and said, okay, these are the ones that are the Bible. That was just a process of humans making choices. My moral code is what will solve puzzles and get me shinies. Yes, agreed. But I also know that people kind of had to be proffered into doing good. It's a bit of the authoritarian church still in my soul, I guess. Because if you let just one self-interested person in a seat of power, they drive the whole system to incentivize that. Yeah. I think it's everyone. I don't know that any system can be blamed on one person. So I'll begin a new religious movement on this foundation. It'll be Nerdy Community of Shiny. Excellent. Consider me your biggest fan? I don't know what most pious member. I'm here for the shinies. Funny how we're talking about religion and Religion God Simulator. This game does that to us. This game does that to us, clearly. So it feels too simple to me for it to be a matter of just using these 3 things over here. I feel like there's gotta be a reason for me to put another prism back over on the other side. That's what I'm expecting here. Because if I need laser coming through, right? So laser to get back there can go through here and nowhere else. These grates won't let a laser through. So I need laser over here. So let's say but if I have one here and one over there, there's another window in here. And then I jam the last one. Maybe that's what's going on. Oh, and then I can get myself back out. That's handy, I guess. So I can do that. And then this comes down this way. That's why these windows are here. And that's going to connect to both of these. Right. Then I can come back through. And now I need to use this to, like, get myself through again. But blam, blam. And then jam from this side. And bring it through. So you are gonna go here. And then you come with me to do that. There we go. Okay, not so bad. Getting the stars is taking so much longer than solving these puzzles, and it kind of breaks my brain. The cereal? No. Barakyle. We cannot achieve the goal of the process on our own. We must find a way to help each other. Yes. The shepherd would like to know your location. Are there secrets inside these rooms? Am I gonna find like another gold star in here? Okay. Bunch of extra doobly-doos. Okay, cool. Don't know why giant wall, but we got a giant wall. Got shepherds in your area? Want to know your location? Bah. I think we're just going in. Okay. Cat's cradle. Oh, good. We're just gonna have a bunch of lasers in here, aren't we? Is it Femme Shepherd from Mass Effect? Yes, because she can have it. Is it? I think she can also have it. Femme Shep can get it. So this whole game hinges upon Femme Shep? It makes perfect sense now. Oh, this is gonna be all a crisscross. So I have one connector, I have two connectors, I have a block. Interesting. Okay. That's an emitter. And a connector I cannot touch. But I can turn it off. It is plugged into right there. I could probably just connect to here. Is this where I want to go? Aha. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite puzzle in the tower. Wait, why are you here? I told you not to climb the tower. So that's an emitter and a reflector, and that goes there. And that holds this open. So I really just want to do both of those. There's another blue. Is there another red? There is another red. And another connector. Okay, so first task is to get my connector, right? Which is gonna mean... Uh-huh. But I can't turn off the red. The red just immediately disconnects everything. Oh. Aha, okay, I see. So, if I disconnected, if I took off this block, that's gonna trap me in here. Which means if I manage to get out, I wouldn't be able to get back in. Can I guess I can just do... Or no, there's blue right here. Does this open? That opens with red. Hilarious. So I can do this. Maybe. My god. Oh, what are you guys doing? No, I need to do it like this. But even red crossing red will cause a problem. So I can do this. I can do that. Hooray. My mom's buying spices off the internet with my Amazon account. Should I be worried? Yes. How many of them are federally controlled? Help, my mom is buying bath salts. Probably safe enough on Amazon. Be worried if she's buying spices from Silk Road. Yeah, that too. Even Amazon, I would be careful with. I would Google things. And not trust from out of the country necessarily. Okay. So I couldn't... It's a spice melange. Says it comes from Arrakis? Where's that? It sounds tropical. This one is confusing me right out the bat. Like, what do I do? French just means blend. Yeah, there you go. It's like, there's an Indian word that's the same thing. And now I can't... God, my brain. I want so desperately for my brain to be able to keep a conversation and solve a puzzle at the same time. Oh, these are just fences. So clearly I need to get my third prism, right? Clearly, I say clearly. Clearly they wouldn't give me a way to get a prism and not use it, right? But like the naive approach would be, I can take this blue and connect it here. That's kind of fine. But then if I take the red, it won't be fine, right? That's the trick. That's funny. Okay. Giant sandworms and freedom fighters sounds like Algeria if I've ever heard it. Chai tea always makes me goggle. So chai being chai meaning tea. I knew of that one. But like, is it masala? Is it garam or masala? One of them just means spice blend. I'm firing my phone. Masala is a blend of spices. Yeah. Yeah. Masala and melange, whatever, are basically the same thing. Yeah. Okay, this is clearly not the answer. So the trick is going to be... Jeez, how even? Okay, so we only have one red emitter, right? I'm imagining that we're going to use this blue emitter because it's on this side. That does still mean the red is crossing. Can't get back there. So that's what was in the third shaker. The unlabeled ones are always the best. They're all at the same height, so this isn't going to be a height shenanigans puzzle. Right? They're all at castration height. Is this the answer? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? That's why good tikka masala can bend time and space. There you go. It's true. So I could have red come like this. And still, how would I get the blue over there? All these fences. Because ultimately, this does not need to be connected, right? This is just giving me access to over here for some reason. But even if I just had red connect to here, that like fully encapsulates the blue. And I can't get the red without having the blue connected there. This one's interesting. So I can't get back there. I can't mess with that one. I can't mess with that one. You must sleep. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, JM. Happy Monday. Hope you have a good evening. And we're gonna pick this up on Thursday. and I hope to see you then. I'm having a hard time even understanding, oh, there is a red emitter there. I'm having a hard time imagining what a third prism does for us. But if I have red on this side, but still even the wrong side. I need blue over here and red over here. But this one, I mean, that is up. But that's just the receiver that's up, so that doesn't even really help. Okay. On Thursdays, two now. For the time being, yes. I'm kind of like my schedule's kind of all over the place right now, so it's gonna be different week to week. I mean, I always do Thursdays, Mondays and Thursdays, but we usually do Dwarf Fortress during the week, but that's kind of on a little bit of a pause at the moment. So we're just continuing with this until there's no more, and that's gonna be a bit. So spending extra time solving the mysteries, yeah, exactly. I also want to be intentional about our next Dwarf Fortress thing. We're probably gonna have to do like a poll in Discord about our next Dwarf Fortress activity. So I can block this manually. I guess I could also do it with one of these, right? But I ultimately need... I can do it with the thing. How about I do this? Gonna connect here. Except it doesn't have line of sight. Let's do it through a stupid little window. Then I want that. Oh, but it's up. This one, okay, so this one can kind of go over. Kind of. No, because it goes up there. If the red were open... But even then, that doesn't really help me. Still doesn't help me. Love to hang out on Dwarf Fortress days, but I just cannot get any interest in Dwarf Fortress, which is a shame. A number of my favorite streamers play it with some regularly. It's my jam. I love on making a lot of DF hack shenanigans in the northern continent to see what happens. Yes, sorry, dropping the suggestion last minute. Yes. Suggestion heard. My only hesitation is that it's just a big empty island. There's nothing interesting there for us, I don't think. But Dwarf Fortress is my favorite, and I can't change that. It's also what gets me my most regular viewers, so... Like, I don't feel trapped into it or anything, but it would be... It's hard to really... It's going to be my main squeeze forever. I will always be a variety streamer. I will always have different things that I come to because I can't do it forever. But I will always keep coming back to Dwarf Fortress. And I literally cannot stop myself. What does this mean? What does this mean? Why do I have access to this? What good does this do me? Yeah, I like it for chilling. I think it's a good chill game. DF has a lot of love. It's true. I mean, it's unique, isn't it? It has its niche. I mean, I could swap out the block for a laser. Hilariously, I don't think I could even connect to there, right? Yeah. But I could put a thing on a block. But I still don't quite have line of sight here, do I? Or... sometimes watch DF streams, I can still be a fun hangout even if I don't love the game. I just wish I could find it engaging because so many people really love it. Maybe it's different if you play it yourself. I could definitely see that. I definitely enjoy playing it more than watching, though I do like watching other people's stuff. But mostly I enjoy watching in the context of like, oh wow, it's interesting how different people do things differently. Because it's so player directed. Everyone has different solutions to their problems. So it's interesting to see how people solve the problems differently. But it's playing it that is really what's enjoyable to me. What on earth? What on earth? Maybe that's a useful trick for when I have my third one, but that doesn't really do much for me here. Hilariously, I could get the red one? Not quite. So to get, jeez, to get a blue laser here, because there is only one, is there only one blue emitter? No, there's a blue emitter there, right. Could either go through here with the red thing open, or through here, which would definitely require two. I'm gonna have to use the block for something at some point. Can I just do this? Am I forgetting the obvious thing? I'm forgetting the obvious thing. I can just do that. So that at least gets me that, which means I can open this. Which means, or no. Oh, I see. So to have it go through, okay. 2 seconds of brainwave and then just immediate deadlock again. Love it. So I would love to be able to just have this go through to this directly. I guess I can do this. And then I can just remove it. There we go. I can do that. Whatever that's worth. I do have my 3 lasers now. So I can have 3 lasers, or I can have 2 lasers in a box. I kind of imagine the 2 lasers in the box is more useful because I need a height change. I'm tempted to try this. Because like blue shouldn't be hard, right? Blue, I should be able to just do this. Is it really just this simple? Am I overthinking everything way too hard? I'm just overthinking it way too hard. Except now I need a block. Oh, that changes things. That does change some things. Okay. No other receivers, there's no other objects. Can I can't connect to either of those from inside there. I have to maintain basically all of this. Unless we're just doing it something completely different. What if I'm doing blue like this? Right? Or now it's all broken. Because I can't get something out of here. It closes immediately. So, well, but if I want it turned off, I can't have it turned off and be able to leave. Like I can block it. Can I do... I can do that. Right? And then the red is way the frick over there. Either that or this. Which means... could be this deal. Except I need my other... I don't need the other red to do that. Could it be... This is a weird one. So I can do that. And that frees up this one. So I have a red and a blue prism. And nothing else. I could have the red come through. I do feel like I need the block. I feel like I need the block. So I could do something like this. Of course, that immediately breaks it again. And I can't fix it. Oh. Why? Oh, this one's weird. Okay, so I have, this is like the main thing in my mind is I have so few components and so many places where they could go. There's only so many options, right? So if I have 3 prisms and 1 box, right? I am definitely going to need a prism to connect to here, a prism to connect to here. Right, because I can't point that prism somewhere else. I can't point that prism somewhere else. I am at least going to need 2 prisms for this gate and something to hold down the button. And that's all 3 of my components. I could push down the button with either the box or the 3rd thing. Whichever one I don't use has to hold down that button. I'm pretty sure? Maybe that's the question. I don't know of a way to get something out of here. I don't have a jammer. I just have to have this door open. I can connect red to here. Is that what I do? So that means this. That means I put my block back. I connect blue to there. No way you can get the relevant line of sight from the button. I don't think so. Back there. Nothing's in line of sight from back there. I don't think it's gonna be putting a prism on the button and have it do prism things at the same time. I think what I'm doing. So then I can do this, right? I can take this and connect like that, which frees up this, which means I can take this red one like that, which means now I can remove this without this door closing, which means now I have all my bits and those things aren't out here. Okay, so now I have all my ingredients. Those are all just gonna be blocked. So one of you is gonna be for the button. But then I can do... Congrats on the bits, thank you. I am a fan of the bits. I do think I still need to have this set up like this. And then red connects to red and blue connects to blue. So if I can do... Actually, if I pick this up, it's gonna stop, but... I can do this. There we go. Okay. So now blue is connected. So now I just need to connect red, and I will have my block for button pressing. So I just need a spot where I can connect these. Right? Can I just do this? Can I do it with just the one? Well, if I do, I'm gonna like disconnect everything. I don't even need to. I can just do this. I can just do that. And we come in here with a box. And then we're good. There we go. Okay. That was a weird one. Getting this from over here, that was the part that tripped me up. But it made sense after that. Okay. My goodness, we have 6 of our 9 pieces. Hello, cat. Now, how liquid is your brain entirely? My brain has achieved cat levels of liquid. Now, the part that I'm afraid of. Now, the part that I fear is the fact that we've found all the stars that we know the location of. I guess let's double check everything. We have stars here. I guess, did we get all the stars in C? Maybe there's more stars in C. There must be. Right? We have all of these. We have all A stars and B stars. Does this keep track? Not really. Nope. So A and B are complete. Tofu just left. Tofu did not want to hang out. Okay. Let's go back to C. Right? It certainly don't tell us. I thought we did pretty good here, though. Maybe I'm mistaken. I know I didn't scour for stars. I just felt like I guess this is the garden where we used our stars, but we didn't necessarily get all the stars. We have 1. We have 2. There's 1 there. There's 1 there. Okay, so there's 2. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Oh, got it. And none there. Okay. So there are 5 more. There's 3 in here. Okay, let's check this out. Nowhere else had 3 stars. It does divide them weirdly. Okay, we're back at world 3. Oh god. Okay. So there's 4 puzzles and 3 stars. That is terrifying. Well, we're surely just gonna happen upon one of them, right? I like a paint bucket. Found the stars. Well, at least there aren't any more overworld stars. I was worried that there was gonna be like 5 stars in the tower somehow or something weird like that. So we did find 1 star out there. I can accept 1. This was the way out, if I recall. This was one of the tricky ones. I wonder if we can get out there. I guess first question is, are we closed in here? I have a hunch we are. Alright, that's a puzzle. Did we talk to this? I don't know if I saw this one. Nope. Transcendence. Reader responses to the last week's article on science and atheism. I am perfectly aware of all the arguments against religion. In fact, I agree with most of them. There is no question that there is an objective material reality. I'm also absolutely convinced that only a secular society can be truly equal and just. And yet I believe I am, as they say, a person of faith. I'm also absolutely convinced that only a secular society can be truly equal and just. I don't know if I agree with that. Religion to me is not about distorting observable reality with superstitions, but about transcendence. It's not about deluding ourselves that the earth is 6,000 years old or that God will help us if we say the right words inside our heads, but about reaching out to the sublime. This is not a rejection of reason, but is application to a set of experiences that cannot be approached by more traditional means. I would basically agree with that. Buildauniverse.txt. In his remarkable 1978 essay, How to Build a Universe That Doesn't Fall Apart 2 days later, Philip K. Dick discusses 2 themes that are most central to his work. What is reality and what is an authentic human being? His speculations and experiences will seem extraordinary to a reader unfamiliar with his work, yet despite what may seem like far-fetched ideas, somehow the world of the Bible is a literally real and veiled landscape, never changing, hidden from our sight, but available to us by revelation. Or the notion that perhaps we all exist in the year 50 AD, Dick actually delivers one of the simplest, most elegant, and most useful definitions of reality ever formulated. Reality is that which, when you stop believing it, doesn't go away. Materialist philosophers have expressed similar ideas before, e.g. Stratton of Strigaria's Talos Principle, but it's particularly interesting to see such a thought expressed by a decidedly more mystical writer. Is Philip K. Dick mystical? He's... I don't know if I could consider him mystical. If you can't afford a Starbot universe, DIY is fine, yes. I make my own universe every morning. True, there are certain idealist books, not of a clerical character, but philosophical ones, wherein you can read that time and space are categories of our minds, that they result from the requirements of our thinking, and that nothing actually corresponds to them in reality. But it is difficult to agree with this view. If any idealist philosopher, instead of arriving in time to catch the 9 p.m. train, should turn up 2 minutes late, he would see the tail end of the departing train and would be convinced by his own eyes that time and space are inseparable from material reality. The task is to diminish this space, to overcome it, to economize time, to prolong human life, to register past time, to raise life to a higher level and enrich it. This is the reason for the struggle with space and time, at the basis of which lies the struggle to subject matter to man, matter which constitutes the foundation not only of everything that really exists, but also of all imagination. He did ask if androids dream of electric sheep. True, and we did confirm it. Yep, we saw them in everything. They went bah. I get out. Trying to see. I mean, for there to be three stars, there's got to be a way out there somewhere, right? I see too much junk out there. I totally saw a turret. Totally saw turret lasers. Yeah, there's absolutely something out there. Unless that's part of this puzzle? I don't think it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's totally something beyond there. So we're getting to the ones that are like more fresh in my mind because they happened more recently, but they're also more complicated. So I'm not sure I actually remember how to solve them. Okay. So it would appear to me that there is a wall all the way around, and that there is stuff outside of the wall that we want to get to. And it's probably going to involve solving half of the puzzles in here. Which I don't necessarily have time for today. Time flies. Right, I definitely remember this one. This one was tricky. I'm curious. Oh, so it's a way back. Don't see anything too interesting there. And then there's definitely more. Right? There's something. I swear there's something back there. Can I jump on this? No, not really. You know what would be a good, realistic, but satisfying way to do a biopic about an artist? Show all the days and weekends and hours of them just not having it. Like the famous work is in there and it shows up in motifs or subject matter, both in other things they paint in their everyday life. When they finally happen, they paint it from start to finish. The last frame of the movie lingers on it for minutes, and then the credits roll, and that's the movie. Yeah, I feel like most biographical works about artists shouldn't necessarily be about the art that they make, should it? I feel like the most important things about artists are not necessarily the art they make. It's what informs them, right? How did this work? There was a trick to this. There's also a back way. It's not really open. I mean, is that, or that might just be part of this puzzle. I was seeing those lasers. But maybe that's just part of this puzzle. Which means I have no clues. is quite a lot of wall out there for there to not be anything out there, though. Only biopic that matters as far as I'm concerned is Weird. I don't think I... Oh, is that the Weird Al one? I still haven't actually seen the Weird Al one. Could I get out from there? Can I get up there? I remember... I don't know if I can get up there. And now I can get up over on this side. Okay, I think this is gonna be... starring, yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. I do want to see it. It did look really good. It looked really good. I'm gonna have to watch that at some point. I think these last 5 stars are gonna have to wait for next time. I think that's the move. 'Cause I'm hungry. But we made some good progress today. My mouse is still over there. Oh, OBS. OBS. Because an artist never knows what they make will last or what gets popular. They only know the thing they make is something they made and it came from somewhere, and when it's done they move on. Yep. Pretty much. Saw the My Bologna scene and it clicked that this movie knows what it's doing. I need to watch it. All of the bits that I've seen, all of the clips that I've seen have been really good. Good progress? I think so. We found some stars, we solved some puzzles. We did the thing. We're gonna continue doing the thing. I'm gonna go eat some food. Come by in Discord and we'll chat about what our next steps are in Dwarf Fortress. I have some ideas. We'll chat about them a bit. But mostly for the next little bit, we're gonna continue with this. We're close enough at this point that I want to finish, right? I'm not gonna get 80% of the stars and then stop. Now I have to. Now I have to. So we're gonna. Today's episode is brought to you by Keys, unlocking doors, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. Just unlock a door, and then lock it again, and then maybe unlock it depending on, you know, how secure that makes you. I don't know. And I hope you come by for more. I hope you come by on Thursday. We're gonna pick up from right here on Thursday. So if you want more Talos Principle puzzle finding madness, more philosophical or religious ranting into the void while uselessly staring at walls, you know where I'll be, right here on Thursday. So I hope you come by for more. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I hope you stay kind.